guys. Oh, hello. Good morning. Um, this is your first real video lesson. Today we're going to be working on our research cards. We're going to be ordering them to make a paragraph. I think there's two of you that have not finished your research. So if you have not, I'd like you to finish that first before you do this next step. But most of you are ready to move on to this, so I figured we'd go ahead and do that. Since we're doing a little bit of writing today, I'd like you to choose from the math menu when you have your extra time, whenever that is in your schedule. And I would, whenever you want, you can take pictures and email them to me if you want some advice, if you just want to know my thoughts on what you're doing. Yeah, that's what we're doing today. And if you haven't picked or printed out that choice menu, or the ones where it tells you like which specials are each day, I would do that so you don't have to keep checking it. Also, happy St. Patrick's Day to anyone who celebrates. Okay, it happens that we are going to be talking about the Irish, which I didn't do on purpose. I use these every year, but it turns out it's perfect. So. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to put them in a logical order. So you want to start with the general and get to the more specific. So, and there's not only one right way to do that. So I would start with, well, actually, first what we want to do is gather them together according to what they're about, because we want to keep like sentences together. So, oh, these two actually already go together. Not liking the Irish, not liking the Irish. This is about coming to America from Ireland. That one's coming to America from Ireland. This is about jobs. This is about them working, about jobs, and this one kind of is on its own over here. All right, so now I have them in four different little piles. In my mind, what makes sense is starting with them coming to America. So, I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to put a number 1 on that one. And then since I want this one to be bide, I'm going to put a number 2. So I have my first 2 there. I'm going to move these over so we can put them in order. So there's number 1. There's number 2. All right. Then from there, I think maybe we'll do, and again, this is my opinion. I'm trying to make it seem logical. So they just get here. Now I'm going to talk about how they were treated. And between these two, it seems like saying people didn't like them would come before why they didn't like them. So I'm going to put that one as number 3. And this one is number 4. All right, let me move these so we can see them all. So here's jobs, jobs, jobs. All right. Out of these two, I'm thinking we're still talking about their lives here. You know, that how they were treated. So this one might seem logical to go next. So I'm going to put a 5 on that one. And then we have our jobs left. All right, so which one of these makes most sense? It sounds like this is the most basic one. Their jobs were hard for them to find. So I'm going to put that one next. And then jobs were hard for them to find. It sounds like that's why they would work for no money, for barely any money. So that looks like it makes sense to go next. So that's number 7. So I'm writing these right on the note cards. I know these aren't note cards, but you would be writing these numbers right on them. And then we have this one at the end. All right. So these are the note cards from just one library pocket. You're going to do each one separately. So I had 8 in this library pocket, so I'm numbering 1 to 8. When I get out a new library pocket, if there's 7 of them, I'm going to number 1 through 7. And make sure you put them in order back inside the library pocket after that. The next thing would be to, because this is my paragraph right here. Next thing would be to add some transitional phrases between these note cards. For instance, like jobs were hard for them to find, so the Irish worked for barely any money. To put the phrases and words together so that it makes more sense and flows like a paragraph. I'm going to teach how to do that on Thursday, so don't feel like you have to do it today. But those of you that are ready and would like to move forward and try that, that's fine. Once you finish this step, a lot of you are not done with your bibliography and glossary yet, so you can get back to work on that. I know you already know the process there. If you forget, just email me. It's choosing at least 5 words that any reader would need to know if they were reading your paper, and finding the definition. Other than that, I think I already said choose from your math menu today. When you're doing this, feel free to ask a family member or whoever is at your house for an opinion about which one would make sense to go first logically. But remember, there's no one right way, so it's not like it's going to be wrong. You just want it to make sense. You want it to flow. You want it to sound like a paragraph. I think that's all for today. I'm sure I forgot something, but hopefully this will go smoother than yesterday. Using QuickTime, maybe it'll be better. We'll see. I'm going to upload the video to YouTube now and then download it. We'll see. Any issues, I will be on Google Classroom. You can email me or just write on there, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Use each other too. If you have questions and I haven't gotten back right away, write on Google Classroom and respond to each other. We're figuring this out together. So, again, happy St. Patrick's Day. Eat a potato later today. Go Irish. All right. Please, again, email me with any questions. And I miss you all. And I hope this goes well for you today.